we discussed how we will continue to report on the impacts felt by the town and surrounding communities of Seeley Lake. One such place bracing for an uncertain future is Rovero's hardware store. The closure of Pyramid Mountain Lumber has left the people of Seeley Lake devastated. Or, as Kyle Marks, general manager of Rovero's, puts it,
almost sickened, kind of heartbroken and concerned and worried about the future.
Rovero's has been the center of the town for over 30 years, serving the mill and tourists alike for all their fuel, food, and general hardware needs. And also like Pyramid Mountain Lumber, it has been family-owned for all of its 30 years in business. Kyle Marks took over the business from his father 7 years ago, and in that time he has overseen its day-to-day operation, where a large part of the business that came in was from the mill. Much like the rest of the town, Marks is worried for a future that doesn't include it.
Their closure is going to hit us kind of all throughout the store. It'll affect fuel sales, it'll affect food sales, it'll affect all of our other inside sales. Definitely, we've got tourist business here, but through the wintertime, they're what help keep us open.
While the announcement of the closure came as a surprise, the reasons for why were not. There is a theme that emerged between these two businesses: a lack of labor.
We've been fighting labor shortages here for probably since I took over, probably a good 7 or 8 years that we've battled finding people to work here and basically having zero applications a good amount of the time.
The reasons behind this labor shortage, according to Marks, stem from two main sources. The first being housing, an issue that has plagued the town for years. The second,
the price of living here is very high. If it's even to Missoula, even if you're paying the same for rent, you're paying more for power, you're paying more for groceries, you're paying more for any kind of repairs when people have to come in from other towns. Everything about living here is more expensive than living in a larger town.
With the higher cost of living associated with Seeley Lake, Mark said he has had a hard time seeing a solution to keeping the mill open, even if the housing situation was figured out. With this in mind, he has had to envision a future without the mill and what that might mean for his business.
All we got to do is, I guess, keep an eye on what's happening, trending sales, and it could come to having to cut labor here to be able to make things by, if there is that impact on sales.
As the announcement of Pyramid Mountain Lumber's closure grows older, we will continue our coverage on the community of Seeley Lake that is bracing for impact. In Seeley Lake, I'm Zach Volheim, MTN News.